Dave Naylor and Bryan Hayes join us now for football's Future Week. And today's athlete could potentially change the game by playing on both sides of the ball. That would be this year's second overall pick, Travis Hunter. And we've seen defensive players used in gadget plays or goal line packages, but we would have to go pretty far back to find a full-time two-way player. So, Dave, if Hunter could thrive on both sides of the ball, would it make him the game's biggest star?
I think it would, because I'll tell you this, if he is playing on both sides of the ball, that means he's playing very well. So it's not just going to be, hey, look at this guy, he's playing on both sides of the ball. They're not going to let him continue to do it if it's diminishing his overall return. So if he's playing both sides, he's great on both sides. And that is going to fascinate. I think football is such a physical sport. Even when you're playing on the outside at corner or receiver, the idea that you could line up for 80, 90, 100 football plays in a game will fascinate. He would be the biggest star in the sport.
I think if it was 1965, I would agree with you. But in 2025, this is a quarterback's league. I just don't think anyone but a quarterback can be the face of football, the biggest star.
How about the day he gets 2 touchdowns and a pick six?
I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for it, though, because and I think Shohei Ohtani helps him. Honestly,
Yeah.
Ohtani has set the stage now for sports fans to be looking for this, right? We're pining for this type of unicorn in the sport, and he may supply it. He's got a bigger-than-life personality. He's big online. He's streaming. I know you're big into that, Sarah. He's a big streamer online. So he's got different avenues of finding fans. There's also the fantasy component. To your point, he could have 2 touchdowns for you, and if you have his defense, maybe he goes pick six the other way, that explodes. So with all these different avenues, I think it would be an incredible story. I'm rooting for it. It would make him one of the faces of the league. I just don't know if you can knock off Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, because those are quarterbacks.
You know, if he does it, it's going to be burning bright. But I think the question is immediately going to become, how sustainable is this? Like Shohei Ohtani can do this for his entire career. Right. But if Travis Hunter does this for 2-3 years, once he starts to get to the other side of 25, people are going to start wondering, what is the burnout factor on here as opposed to what kind of career he could have if he just focused on one side of the ball. I would expect he might be able to burn brightly doing it on both sides for a while, but I don't see this as a long-term play for him.
Yeah, no, exactly. At some point, he's probably going to have to pick. Like Ohtani, it's going to be the bat. For him, I think, likely corner. I think it's a more important position, I think. But he doesn't even want to talk about it. Like, he is not open to discussion about picking one side. Again, he took multiple snaps on both sides in the preseason debut. I think the Jags are in a position they're going to allow him to try and thrive. And if I'm him and his agent, I want one contract. Right, get me to one contract where you got to pay me on both sides. That will be fascinating. How do you possibly pick what both values are on both sides of the ball?
So what happens when they break into meetings and position groups and the receivers go over there and the defensive backs go over there?
He starts in the wide receiver room and then he ends in the D-back room. It's very, very simple.
Yeah,
very
he really
simple
does.
stuff.
Well, he's going to have a lot of eyeballs on him regardless on the field. Also on Instagram, he's got 2 million followers, Hayes. So
it's a good start to be the most popular player.
You could be another one. So, guys, let's say he does play on both sides of the ball. Okay, that's what we want, but he only excels on one side. Hayes, would that be a letdown?
I don't think it would be. Like, you got to be fair to the kid, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very difficult to play on both sides of the ball. Like you mentioned, Sarah, it's been so long since we've actually seen it. But as I pointed out, I'm pulling for him. I think I can speak for almost every football fan. If you're a sports fan, I want to see it happen. So personally, yes, I would be disappointed because I want to be able to talk about this guy every single day as a unicorn, as the Shohei Ohtani of the NFL. So from a personal standpoint, I think it would be disappointing. I think from Hunter's standpoint, it would be because, again, he really thrives in this role. Like, he wants to take this on, but I just don't think it's reasonable to expect it in the NFL.
I'm going to say it would be a letdown because he's called his shot here. You know, no one's told him, hey, you got to do this. It's not been, it's him who said, I can do this. And he has absolutely refused, even through the whole draft process, to even give a hint about which side of the ball he would choose if a team that drafted him and said, well, you got to pick. He's played it right down the middle. He's put this on himself. So if he's not able to pull it off, yeah, I would say it's a letdown.
Hey, I'm all about keeping your options open. And the last receiver to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, Garrett Wilson in 2022. The last corner to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, Sauce Gardner, also in 2022.